took a while
a big
to get to that one
that
today. Yeah, Solitary Gun, that song really is, we live in, I just moved out of Oakland, but I've lived in Oakland for a long time, and there was an incident where a guy was killed named Oscar Grant. He was killed by a police officer getting off of BART, which is the transit system in the Bay Area. And there was a real controversy. It was on New Year's Day, and everyone was kind of feeling this euphoria of Obama being elected, and everyone was feeling this sense of hope and possibility. And it was a brand new year, and feeling like, all right, we're gonna get our thing together here and try and actually cooperate and work to make our country better rather than worse. And just feeling of real hope. And it was so strange because in Oakland, this guy had been killed. This African American guy. He had already been handcuffed, and the officer claimed that he was reaching for his taser, but he actually shot and killed this guy. And there was all this rioting happening in Oakland.
But also, on top of that, everyone was filming it because there was a lot of, it wasn't an instantaneous thing. There was a lot of time leading up to that, so a lot of people were filming it with their cameras, and you can clearly see that the guy. I mean, they showed the video of it.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal, and that the case is being decided right now. So it hasn't, we don't really know what's going to happen with it. But I would, and the song wasn't to judge anyone at all. It was really just kind of, I was just hearing about and watching the riots that were happening in Oakland. While we're supposed to be excited about what's happening on a much smaller level in Oakland, nothing had changed really, and all these tensions, both racial and socioeconomic, were just really erupting at a really strange time, and just kind of, it didn't really matter if the officer had made a mistake or if it was done intentionally. There was no answer, and there was no solution, and whether he will be exonerated or not, or whether somebody was at fault, it doesn't really matter. And so the song was just kind of a sort of response and kind of a throwing your hands up at, like, how are we going to fix Oakland, and how are we going to fix ourselves when we can't get it together? Solitary Gun. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Off the train, look for food, veiled suns. The January arid whips across my spine. Whoa, 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 whoa. We've been suffering 6 days since he died. I saw a picture of his mother as she cried. Go to where the people go with some peace of mind, and it burns hard, real, to feel this feel. They're putting close to the flame an imaginary side. Down to the song that every got. The hand that punches its own face, it begs for more again. Try to go lonely from a solitary God. Shops are looted and the windows broken out. She said it's emotional, and yeah, it's not. Will you be the bed for me when they set the world on fire, just to see it burn in a consolation? My stomach turns to steel. Putting close to flame, imaginary silence. Really that who healed out for a solitary God. This moment doesn't happen every night. Try to go lonely from a solitary sister's mother's business is all gone. Stepped on her neck when we used to just sing songs. Whoa, 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 whoa. They put in close the flame to imaginary sun. They lay their boot heel down to the solitary gun. This mountain doesn't happen every